Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Alex Cook, and I have a new video where I'm going to talk about some more recent developments in Chainlink. So what I'm going to talk about in this is a group called Synthetix, and I want to talk about their connection with Chainlink and why it's relevant now. So what Synthetix does is they use blockchain to make tokens that try to replicate the performance of non-blockchain assets. So things like US dollars, other currency, and even things like commodities, like gold. Now, eventually they're talking about extending to things like stocks, so it could replicate, a share of Apple or commodities, things of that nature. So this is important because this is getting at what the whole point of decentralized finance was. I see a lot of application when it comes to things like swaps. That's a big market that I think smart contracts could help automate. We're not there yet, but this is showing forward progress to that objective. That blockchain, smart contracts, decentralized finance is really now starting to reach out into that financial industry space, and we're moving away from just the more crypto to crypto. Already inside the existing blockchain community, we're starting to branch out in what more traditional financial institutions, because frankly they're the ones who have the money, what they might be interested in, which is good. So why this is relevant to Chainlink is Synthetix announced really months ago that they're going to be moving their pricing source onto Chainlink. They want decentralized oracles to make the system more secure. What we've seen though over the past couple of days is Synthetix started to release some more technical papers going into the actual implementation of this. So this is important because we're now starting to see things move away from just this theoretical discussion about oracles and Chainlink to people now actually seriously talking about using it, which is good. Synthetix still, as far as financial industry terms goes, it's basically a startup. All right, they're not Cantor Fitzgerald or anything like that, but it's a startup. It is showing though forward progress, and that is what I want to see. Like in many ways, I kind of view blockchain as the internet in the 1990s. It had a lot of promise. Companies like Amazon, they actually went public in the 1990s. It wasn't really until this decade that Amazon became just the colossal company that it is now. So you realize these technologies can take a long time to mature. Now, what I want to watch for is I still want to see a major bank or a trading company, like a Cantor Fitzgerald, something like that, announce that they're going to be experimenting with blockchain derivatives, meaning smart contracts. So whatever is good for smart contracts in general, you got to realize this is good for Chainlink because smart contracts is still very not well known outside the blockchain community. It's tough to pitch an IT director at a big bank to start considering moving their interest rate swaps onto this unproven technology because it's still unproven. It's still very much in a startup phase. So if I was Chainlink's marketing team, what I would be doing is I want to raise awareness on smart contracts in general and trying to build that out because Chainlink already pretty much owns the space when it comes to Oracle. So if someone's going to be using smart contracts, they're going to be using Chainlink for their data. Maybe they won't, but right now they're the leader. So if that changes, maybe I'll change my investment thesis. Maybe I'll invest in something else. But right now, I see them as a leader, which is good. So the point being is that your average investor, including professionals, they may not still know a lot about something like Bitcoin even. So smart contracts are still another stretch. So it's still in its infancy. But with things like Synthetix moving things forward, I view that as a promising sign, especially now that Synthetix is starting to actually implement Chainlink into their system. So, again, I'm in this for the long game here. Crypto is very volatile. It's been down recently. I'm in it for the long game because, again, I kind of view this in a lot of ways as like the internet in the 1990s, where you're going to have some players that just completely get shaken out, that they're a joke and they need to go by the wayside. They're just a waste of venture capital money. And then some that are here to stay. I predict Chainlink is going to be one of the winners in the long run. Could be wrong, but I place my bets, so we'll see how it plays out. So if you enjoyed this video, hit subscribe for more. I like putting out new content, and leave a comment if you have any questions, and thanks for watching.